But
Not pretty much.
I know what your dreams are, to go out for a walk in the forest. And today's session is for you. If you go to the forest, what you should do, that's what we talk today. So, where are we? In the 8th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, we have come to the point there where Bali became powerful. So powerful, maybe that is the reason why we call him not just the king, but he is called Chakravarti. Yeah. Chakravarti is is someone who is above kings. In German, it's like Kaiser. Have you heard Kaiser? Not this supermarket Kaiser. Yeah, but huh? So Kaiser is like above kings. So who is ruling the kings? Bali Chakravarti, uh, Maharaj Bali, is so powerful in those times that what to talk about Earth, we are talking about the heavenly planet is also vacated for him. Just so easy, is it? Just to know that one is so powerful and King Indra is leaving, there is no fight anymore. Why? Because Indra finally understood that, yeah, the words of Guru cannot be taken easy. In the case of Brihaspati, uh, he wanted to make sure that he has good terms, not like with Durvasa Muni. And so we are entering into the 16th chapter of 8th canto, where now, as per the instructions or advice or recommendation, whatever we call, of Brihaspati, sage, Brihaspati, Indra, and everyone, they just left Indralok, their home. But how long? Mother Atidi felt immense pain being the mother of all the devatas. She was thinking, oh, it's unbearable. huh? How can my sons, their wives, everyone, or the children, how are they going to survive? Uh, One who is already used to Swargaloka, to, 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 to settle anywhere else would be very difficult. Like if someone is going from a very nice gated security community, and if they have to go to a slum area, or even to just hide in places where they can't be identified, is very, very challenging. So while this was there, anyway, the reality is reality. So Atiti was in great morose, and then after quite some time, Kashyapa Muni, her dear husband, who was in trance in meditation, he comes back and then he comes home. He comes home just to find his wife is not normal. Wife was thinking maybe, okay, there's some nice welcoming after a long time. But she was in herself. She was so much um, going through this sober condition, and out of that, Kashyapa Muni starts asking wonderful questions that helps actually for us to appreciate what is the level of great sages. In fact, when Atiti was lamenting, when Kashyapa Muni visited, he came back, and then Kashyapa Muni saw this dejection that was felt by Atiti, and he started asking some questions. The questions could be, hey, why are you like that? Hmm? There's something strange. Yeah, it's not always like this. So he's saying, you look like this. Is it because if something inauspicious thing has happened in my absence? Inauspicious thing means not following dharma. If there are religious principles and did something inauspicious happen while following the religious principles, the brahmanas or people in general who are subject to whims of death, did something happen due to which you are so much worried? In the purport, it said there are some prescribed duties for all the inhabitants of this material world, especially for brahmanas, but also for people in general who are subject to the whims of death. So, which means whoever is not the Lord's expansions associates, yeah, they have prescribed duties. That's why usually we are stuck in understanding there is Varnashrama system, there is Chaturvarna and Chatur Ashramas. The Varnas are, what are they? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, and Ashramas are Brahmacharya, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. And sometimes we think that this is everything. And we start thinking, hey, why, for example, so and so person has done like that? Oh, being a devotee, how can he not follow Varnashrama system? We have to understand when one has come to that pure level of devotional service, they don't have to. In fact, Yamanacharya simply said, I am not able to perform all the shraddha and everything, all these ritualistic things. Oh, I am done with it. I am completely dependent on Krishna and whatever Krishna will bless. That's it. So we cannot just categorize a great devotee into this list of ashramas and varnas, varna and ashrama, and say, hey, they don't follow. We don't understand them. Just like there's this air traffic, there is a road traffic. Both have different regulations. So here Kashyapa Muni is asking, I wonder whether anything inauspicious has taken place in regards to religious principles, especially for Brahmanas. Yeah. Why? Because Brahmanas have a very important responsibility in the society to educate everyone to bring them to the platform of practicing dharma, to bring them to the platform of knowing self. uh, and that's why first Brahmanas, yeah, who is Brahmana? One who knows Brahman. Brahma janati iti Brahmana. And one who has qualities, yajan yajan, patan patan. One who has the qualities of a Brahmana, he is qualified to be called a Brahmana. And of course, we are talking about Satya Yuga. That time, definitely religious principles were definitely given higher precedence over anything else. Unlike in Kali Yuga, dharma is, yeah, I would say only for convenience if it helps to enjoy more, which is a karma kandiya mentality where we want to enjoy fruits, fruit to activities, the results, if it's easy. And if it is going to be, even if it's temporary, that's okay. Don't we drink some, what is it called? Yeah, for that matter, any soft drink. When we say, "Hey, what do you get? I get happiness. Eating meat, yes, I eat meat because I get happiness. In that way, everyone is saying that I get happiness. I don't care about religion. It's all about what I enjoy. It's all about what gives me now. Do we know that life exists after death? Who has seen it? No one's seen. What is the proof? Puranas. In fact, Puranas, as I was mentioning, any Purana, if you take, they have five qualities. Sarga Pratisargascha, Vamsho Manu, oh sorry, there are five qualities. Purana Panchalakshana. Sarga Pratisargascha Vamsho Manvantareshanu Manvantareshaha, and there is one which is missing. There are these five qualities any Purana has. What does that mean? Is it is going to tell us, give us information about primary creation, secondary creation, annihilation, everything. In this, we can already trace out. If you take any devotee's life here, we can already see there is description about what this person was in the past life and what he has attained now. Either he has gone into a different life in the material world or he has gone to spiritual world. For example, Bharat Maharaj, we know that he was a king and then he became a deer. Then he became Avaduta, or one who is not at all interested in anything matter, because now he knows very well what a rare opportunity he got in the human form. So he want to make his life perfect, and then after that what happened? He attained perfection. If you take life of Dhruva Maharaj, we can see what has happened in that life and what has happened after that. What did he attain? He attained perfection. He entered the spiritual world. What is the world called? Dhruva Lok. And we talk about Prahlad Maharaj. Where did he go? We talk about Bali Maharaj. So we are not talking about history. We are not talking about itihasa. Huh? We are talking. It's not a chronological description that we are discussing in Puranas. Puranas are helping us to understand the glories of a devotee. What happens when one takes to devotional service? If he is not attained perfection in this life, if he has committed some offense, we can talk about Nalakuvera and Manigriva. What happened? What happened to Gajendra, the king of elephants? Before that, who was he? King Indradyumna. And sometimes, because it is telling about past life or next life, people might think, oh, this is something unimaginable. And they undermine or think Puranas are made up stories. No, it's not true. Why? Because these are written by not ordinary human. Who has compiled them? Vyasadev. Who is Vyasadev? An incarnation of the Lord. What purpose does the Lord has to cheat anyone? And in fact, Srimad Bhagavatam is a book is for the Paramahamsa stage. It is only that we have not come to that stage and we are taking to Bhagavatam. That's why we find faults. It's not that Bhagavatam has fault because we have a faulty eyes to see, faulty ways to think. That's why we start thinking them. These are mythologies. Maybe some myth or some ology. What is that? Theology brought together mythology. Okay, so coming back here, Kashyapa Muni is asking that are Brahmanas very well received. And for next next verses, he keeps asking further. He said, if the principles of religion, economic development, and satisfaction of the senses are properly followed in household life, one's activities are as good as those of transcendentalist. Very important verse, isn't it? If we want to become, though we are in marriage life, what we should api vakushalam kinchit griheshu grahamedini. Here Kashyapa Muni is addressing Atiti as grahamedini. Uh, Dharmasyarthasya kamasya yatra yogoha ayoginam. Is saying where there is practice of or following this dharma, artha, kama, moksha, and one who is following this, Then he doesn't has to leave out. He says, I wonder whether there has been any discrepancies in following these principles. Huh? Which means if one is following proper karma kanda also, forget about devotion, forget about Panchama Purushartha. Even if one is able to properly refer the scriptures and follow the scriptures to attain Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, then one is still situated properly. He will not attain Panchama Purushartha, which is bhakti, that is okay. But he's asking, did something happen here? And Prabhupada writes in the purport here, Atidhi is addressed as Grahamedini, which means one who is satisfied in household for sense gratification. In fact, it goes further, it says, one should remain in household life with the aim of understanding the ultimate goal of life, Tattva Jnana. This is very important. It doesn't matter one is married or not married, whether one is occupied with household life or not. Very important it is that one should always, in whatever phase of life, whatever time, always engage in one activity. What is it? Tattva Jnana. Tattva, what kind of tattva? Understanding the nature. Krishna is saying Tattva Darshi means one who, Tattva means nature. Tattva means property. Tattva means attribute. And here it is addressed as a transcendental nature. Hmm? Then household life is as good as life of a yogi. Kashyapa Muni therefore inquired from his wife whether the principle of religion, economic development, and sense gratification were being properly followed in terms of Shastric injunctions. It's not like man made, in terms of Shastric injunctions. As soon as one deviates from the injunctions of Shastras, the purpose of household life is immediately lost in confusion. Sometimes we may ask this question, hey, why my life is like that? Oh, how to do? Oh, what should I do now? Now, can you please tell me? I'm lost. All this is coming when we do not have Shastric understanding of how to perform. And he's saying, I wonder whether because of being too much attached to your family, huh, you failed to properly receive uninvited guests. This is something we are talking about an aspect of sadachar, how to act with guests who therefore were not welcomed and went away. It is said, Api vati tayo bhetya kutumbashaktya tvaya. Because of attachment to your family, grahat apujita yata. And here there is one word, pratyuttanena va kvachit. So he's saying, did you do something that Atidhi, Atidhi, not Adidi. Atidhi means one who is not invited but he comes all of a sudden. Yeah, we didn't expect, but someone comes. He is called Atidhi. One who is already telling that I am coming, he is no more Atidhi. Yeah, it is to be considered. So homes from which guests go away without having been received, even with an offering of little water, are like those holes in the fields which are the homes of jackals. Huh. As a householder, it is said that one should at least offer water. And of course, if other person is not thirsty, of course we can't keep pushing. Hey, please drink water. Please drink water. Otherwise, my home will become home of jackals. No, that is not the purpose. It is to say that they should be served. Now, whether you are serving some sweet, you are serving some water or some peace of mind, that's all fine, but we should honor a guest. In this way, the example given here is the home may become a home of jackals, means it is said in a field there are many holes. When we have these fields, there are many holes made by snakes, mice. Yeah, they make holes. And then, but when there is a very big hole, it may be supposed that jackals live there. Jackal's home. Certainly, no one goes to the shelter in such homes. You know what jackals will do? Huh? It's not a safe place. Thus, the home of human beings, where Athidis, uninvited guests, are not properly received, are like homes of jackals. Did it happen? No. O chaste and auspicious woman, when I left home for other places, were you in so much anxiety that you did not offer oblations in the ghee? You did not offer ghee in the oblations, did by chance? Because Agnihotra for Brahmanas, every day, Nitya Agnihotra is something that is performed every day. And Kashyapa Muni was not at home for some time. He was thinking, oh, did, did that happen that you didn't attend to that? Or Hmm? Yat pujaya kama dugdhan yati lokan gran vitaha brahmano agnischa vai vishnu sarva devatmano mukham. Now he's saying, by worshipping the fire and the brahmanas, a householder can achieve the desired goal of residing in the higher planets. For sacrificial fire and the brahmanas are to be considered the mouth of Lord Vishnu, who is super soul of all demigods. So, Kashyapa Muni is asking this, and according to the Vedic system, a fire sacrifice is held in order to offer oblations of ghee, grains, fruits, flowers, and so on, so that the Lord Vishnu may eat and be satisfied. Huh? Similarly, therefore, all these items may be offered in the sacrificial fire, and Lord Vishnu will be satisfied. What are they? Patram, Pushpam, Phalam. Toyam is dangerous. How can we offer water in the fire? Huh? So, similarly, Brahmana Bhojan. That's why we see, I'm really so much a fan of visiting Vrindavan. Every corner you get food, you get prasadam, because everyone is in the spirit of offering food. That too, no onion, no garlic, all sattvic, karma free, because it's offered to the Lord. I mean, in the ashrams, I'm saying, not in restaurants. Why? Because there is spirit of serving bhojan to the brahmanas. If the brahmanas are satisfied, it is said, feeding of the brahmanas is also recommended for when the brahmanas eat sumptuously remnants of food huh, after yajna. This is another way that Lord Vishnu himself eats. It is not just yajna. After the yajna, that's why we come across this Govardhan Leela, where Annakut is arranged. After that, everything is offered to the Giriraj, and then what Krishna says, offer it to the Brahmanas. After offering to the Brahmanas, then to cows, then monkeys. So, so here he's saying, are all your sons doing well? Seeing your face, I can perceive that your mind is not calm. How is it that so? And now, after this, now Atidhi is saying, Bhadram Dvijagabam Brahman Dharmasyasya Janasya Cha Trivargasya Param Kshetram Grahmedin Grihaime. Uh, as we heard that Sage Kashyapa was addressing Atidhi as Grahamedi, and here in addressing, she was also addressing him as Grahamedi, but in the same verse, she's addressing as Dvija, a Brahmana, and also a Grahamedi. Oh, my respected Brahmana husband, all is well with the Brahmanas, the cows, religion, welfare of other people. Uh, all is fine, everything is fine as per what it should be. I also am familiar with religious principles and I'm also following them so that dharma, artha, kama, moksha is attained. In other words, there was no disturbance in household life. Household life was duly progressing. There is no problem. You don't have to worry about the fire sacrifice. I have offered ghee. I have honored brahmanas. All this is fine. Since you are Prajapati and personally my instructor in the principles of religion, there is no question of missing anything. So here, Atidi has appreciated her husband as her instructor. In fact, Prabhupada refers, mentions that, yeah, husband is the first guru. And of course, after having accepted initiation from spiritual master, he is anyway guiding to take care of his disciple or disciple in. But again, we can see that Srila Prabhupada emphasizes that husband is acting guru only, of course, when he is having the right conduct, when he himself is devotee, when he himself has been following the instructions of his guru. So she is saying, "Oh, for you, I think for you everything is okay. Why? Because for you, you are equal to my sons and sons of Diti. For you, there is no difference, yeah. But do you know what happened? Uh, there was this sons, the demons, the sons of Diti became so strong, and they have simply because of um, uh, because of that, my sons had to leave heaven. Hmm. And in this regard, it says, please give protection, kindly give protection. She is pleading her husband, please give protection to my sons. Or actually, she is asking, give protection to me and my sons in one way. And then from here, now, hmm, because the demons have become so strong, we need something. Oh, best of the sages, best of all, who grants auspicious benedictions, please consider our situation and bestow upon my sons the benediction by which they can regain what they have lost. Yeah, it's a genuine question, genuine request. But interestingly, Kashyapa Muni smiles. Huh? He smiles, he says, Evam abhyartito ditya kastam aha smayan iva aho maya balam Vishnu. That is the reason he's smiling. Aho maya balam Vishnu. Aho, what is aho? Wonder, astonishing. Aho maya balam Vishnu. Sneha baddam idam jagat. He's saying, how powerful is the illusory energy of Lord Vishnu by which the entire world is bound by affection for children? Huh? Of course, yeah, why not? Vatsalya Ras is there, one should have this affection towards children, he's saying. And here he's saying this is also a kind of illusion. Huh? And Kashyapa Muni was surely sympathetic to his wife's affliction, yet he was surprised at how the whole world is influenced by affection. क्व क्व देहो भौतिको अन्य आत्मा क्व चात्मा प्रकृते परः कस्य की पति पुत्राद्या मोह एव ही कारणम. What is the reason? Moha. What is that? Moha means illusion. It is said Kashyapa Muni, he said, what is this material body made of five elements? It is different from spirit soul. And he further gives, but because of bodily attachment, one is regarded as a husband or son. These illusory relationships are causing by misunderstanding. So when one is misunderstanding, so he's talking at a platform of Brahma Bhuta. He is talking at a very elevated platform. Uh, in one way, he doesn't want to enter into the into the problem that she is facing, but he finally tells, "I have a solution." Well, you asked a solution. I can give you one solution that is foolproof. If you follow this, then you'll definitely will be successful. Upatishtasva Purusham Bhagavantam Janardanam Sarva Bhuta Guhavasam Vasudevam Jagat Gurum. Vasudevam Jagat Gurum. He's saying There is one who is none other than Vasudeva. If you can please him, then you will get what you want, whatever you want. Engage in devotional service to the Supreme Lord, who is the master of everything, who can subdue everything, everyone's enemies, and who sits within everyone's heart. Only that Supreme Person, Vasudeva, Krishna, can bestow all auspicious benedictions upon everyone, for he is the spiritual master of the universe. Maybe we can read this verse together. Yeah, Upatishtasva Purusham. Maybe you can repeat. Bhogavantam Janardanam Sarvabhuta Guha Vasam Vasudevam Jagadgurum. Huh? So in this way, Kashyapa Muni tried to pacify his wife. Kashyapa Muni is saying, first of all this Maya is whose Maya? Jagan Maya is from whom? Krishna, Vasudeva, Vishnu. Because of Vishnu only, otherwise, Shiva will not do all these things. He is very, very simple. It is only this Kapadadhari, one who is trickster. Who is that? Vishnu. Huh? See his Maya, Moha. Because of that, what is happening? We tend to think that, oh, all these relations, temporary relations as permanent relations. Hmm? So, in this way, he is saying the word that is used here is Janardana. Huh? He is the friend of everyone. The meaning of Janardana means one who is friend of everyone is Janardana because he can kill all enemies. One who is removing, what kind of enemies do we have? Kama, Krodha, Mada, Moha, Matsara, Lobha. And here Atiti is suffering from Moha. So that's why he is saying Vasudevam Janardhanam. Sorry. Bhagavantam Vasudevam Jagadguru. What it is? Bhagavantam Janardhanam Vasudevam Jagadguru. So in this way, Kashyapa Muni simply said, oh, I mean, there is this whole long part, but Kashyapa Muni is saying, oh, lady, if you want to really be free from all this anxiety, of course, one can go to Vaikunta where there is no problem. But of course, you have a problem that you can't see the pain of your sons. So that's why Vasudeva is the one who can give you everything. So please worship. And when he is pleased, then whatever you want, that will be attained. Sab sa vidhasyati te kaman harir dinanukampanah amoga bhagavad bhaktir netareti matir mama. Matir mama, my opinion. What is my opinion? He is saying, the Lord who is very merciful to the poor, dina anukampana, very, very merciful, will fulfill all your desires. For devotional service unto him is infallible. If one offers even little service to the Lord, it doesn't go waste. We have tried so many things in this world to be happy, and we failed because the world doesn't reciprocate with our plans. But Lord is not like that. Any method other than devotional service is useless. That is my opinion. This is what Kashyapa Muni is saying. In this way, yeah, in this regard, one may think, why is Kashyapa Muni not advising Atidi? Why don't you ask for bhakti? Forget about all these things. Because Atidi, out of motherly affection, she has not come to that platform. That's why, whether it is, as we refer, Akama Sarva Kamova, Moksha Kama Udaradi, Tivra Bhaktena, Tivra Bhakti Yogena, Yajeta, Purusham Param. Whatever it is, one just takes to worshipping Vasudeva. And it goes further. hmm, And now it is said, he gives an idea. He's saying, um, Atidhi is asking, please tell me, oh my master, what should I do to please Vasudeva? Tell me whatever it is, I am ready to do. So Kashyapa is saying, Etan me Bhagavan Prishta Praja Kamasya Padmajaha Yad Ahate Pravakshyami Pratam Keshava Toshanam. Toshanam means to satisfy. Keshava Toshanam means to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. If we want to satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead, what should we do? Here, Kashyapa Muni is saying, when I desired offspring, I placed inquiry before Lord Brahma at that time. And I'm going to tell you that now I shall explain to you the same process Lord Brahma instructed me, by which Lord is satisfied. Hmm. And this is the vrata that is to be performed. And if you attain this, then you are getting, and there is whole description from verse number 25, it goes till 38, and again it goes elaborate. But from here we can understand that if one desires something, one also have to invest effort also in something, isn't it? It's not just like it's going to come by itself. Atidhi is inquiring the best process of worshipping, and that comes in this. And then he gives all the mantras that is required, and he gives what are the rules and regulations. Do we want to know what are the rules and regulations of that vrata? Maybe it would be too much. We think, oh, oh, I think it's not for us. Huh? Too much. For me, chanting is enough. So the rules and regulations, I'll just give it high level is first, welcome the Lord by chanting all the mantras that Kashyapa Muni gives. Then chant Dvadashakshara mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and then offer garlands, incense, and so on. Bathe the deity with milk and dress him. Offer sacred thread, ornaments, and other paraphernalia. Offer fine rice boiled in milk with clarified butter and molasses, sugar. Offer prasad to a Vaishnava and then take some oneself. Offer achaman and betel nut to the deity later. And then silently chant the mantra 108 times and offer prayers and dandavat. Touch the offered flowers. Take prasadam with the permission of Brahmanas. Next day again, worship the Lord as done on day one. In this way, for 12 days, there is whole description, and it becomes very, very um, strict. And then, what one has to do on the Trayodasi? On the Trayodasi, there is whole explanation, description given that when one performs such a vrata, which is called Payovrata, Payovrata, then Vishnu is pleased. And when Vishnu is pleased, then whatever you have, you can simply ask, and the Lord will uh, bless you. Saying so, Kashyapa Muni guided his dear wife what to do, and Atidhi, because she want to protect her uh, offsprings. So she did this tapasya. Okay, what are we discussing? I thought it's about steps, right? What steps are we taking here? Hmm? What was the previous step? Huh? Grace of Guru. All fine when Guru is available. Guru blesses us by giving initiation or shelter. What is next thing we need to do is engage in devotional service. Here, Atidhi is ready to please the Lord in spite of a very austerious vrata that she is advised. Here we can see two things. One is Atidhi has accepted her husband as Guru, and Guru has given instruction or guidance what to do, isn't it? And Atidhi is performing. We can see here that if we want to become successful, We have to know that in one way or the other, we have to take austerity. What is it? Tapasya. Of course, when we say in tapasya, we immediately think we go to a place where we start breathing deeply, and with that, we may sleep anyway. But uh, tapasya is not about only going away from home and engage in the meditation. Tapasya also means this austerities that can be one can voluntarily do, like fasting on Ekadashi. I don't know, somehow on Ekadashi itself we fast a lot, no, feast a lot. That is our austerity. Otherwise we can't, we cannot manage. Huh? We can see in Bhagavatam itself, we can see there are so many places where austerities are very, very highly regarded. If you see right from the Canto 1, we can go through all a big list of all austerities, how the great devotees have done and attained. Uh, One which anyway comes from Bhagavad Gita, Vitaraga Bhayakroda, Manmaya Mam Upashritya. Uh, Vitaraga Bhayakroda. Means one should be free from attachment. Raga is attachment. Vita is um, hmm, uh, fear. No, free from attachment, fear, anger, and absorb. Krodha. Yeah. Manmaya mam upasritya. Baho jnana tapasa uta mad bhava agataha. Is saying one who has conquered the enemies. This um, anger, attachment, fear, then he is eligible. But how can one give up them? By practicing austerity. Otherwise, it's not easy. Huh? It is said, Bahavo Jnana Tapasa. One should have knowledge what one is doing, and one should also perform tapas. Then what happened? Puta Mad Bhavam Agata. So then such a person will attain transcendental love of me. Hmm. In fact, in Srimad Bhagavatam, there is this Bhayam Pramattasya वनेष्व अपि स्याद् यतः स आस्ते स षट् सपत्नः जितेन्द्रिय आत्मा रतेर् बुधस्य घ्राश्रम्य किम नु करोति avadhyam. It says, even if a person is going to the forest, as we were mentioning, right? Tapasya means to go to forest. But if one goes to the forest, not only forest, from forest to other forest to forest, he keeps going from forest to forest. One who is not self controlled must always fear material bondage because he is living with six wives. What are the six wives? The mind and knowledge acquiring senses. What are the Gyanendriyas? What are the Gyanendriyas? Mm-hmm. Okay. Tongue. No, touch is. It is the tongue, ears, nose. Did we cover one more? Eyes, and then skin, and then mind. So, Shashtendriyani, Prakritistani Karshati, Prakriti Kriyamanani Gunakarmani Sarvasaha, and then it is there Ahankara Vimudatma Kartaham Iti Manyate, and this is also telling about the senses. And here it says that if one is not controlling his senses, it doesn't matter whether one goes from forest to forest. Even if he is going But what happens? Nothing. Even householder life, however, cannot harm a self realized, learned man who has conquered his enemies. And then we give a few examples before we break. What time did we start? 3:30? 3:30? Yeah. We can take a break in next 10 minutes. Before that, I'll just cover few important points. When we are talking anyway about tapasya, I think it's fine to have tapasya little longer before a break. So, first case study is Dhruva Maharaj. It was not easy for Dhruva Maharaj to become what he wanted. Was it easy? No. What he wanted is just to sit in on lap of his father, but that didn't happen. The incidents in the life of Dhruva Maharaj, we can see that if one is very inspired and motivated and very, very passionate to attain, austerities is nothing. We can't imagine someone performing such a great austerities and within such a short span. First of all, he was just 5 years boy. In the first month, yeah, of course, when he met his spiritual master, Narada Muni, he instructed him, go to Madhuvan, go to the river of Yamuna, take bath, and at Madhuvan perform tapasya. Why? Because by performing tapasya, you will attain the mercy of Lord Vishnu. At that time, for a 5 year old, does it really matter how Vishnu looks? The only thing is he wanted to attain what he wanted so that he can sit on his father lap. That was the only thing. For first month, 1 month, he ate only fruits and roots or berries, not that too on every third day. That's it. Now we are talking about Bhishma Panchak itself. We think, oh, very difficult. Yeah, here Dhruva Maharaj at 5 years he is just eating only fruits and berries every third day, only to keep his body and soul fit. And in this way, he progressed in his worship to the Lord. What about second day? Sorry, second month? Ate only every 6 days. Only 6 days. For every once in 6 days he was eating. And what did he take? And for his eatables he took dry grass and leaves. When we do that, I think most of the time we'll be on the bed, right? Huh? Afterwards we anyway need a bed. So once in 6 days he was eating only dry grass and leaves and continued worshipping. Third month, he only drank water every 9 days. Only water. You want to enroll for this program? Who wants? This is also like Panchak, yeah, but month wise. In the fourth month, yeah, before fourth month, Maharaj Dhruv became a complete master of breathing exercise, and thus he inhaled air only every 12 days. 5 year old boy, huh? Dhruv, don't try this. Huh? In this way, he became completely fixed in his position and worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And on the fifth month, he has controlled his breathing so perfectly that he was able to stand on one leg just as a column stands, without motion and concentrate his mind fully on Parabrahma. He completely controlled his senses and their objects, and in this way he fixed his mind without diversion to anything else except upon the form of the Supreme Lord. So, in this way, by following all these things, he could attain perfection. By following the orders of his spiritual master, who was it? Narad Muni. Huh? He attained perfection just in how many months? Yeah, okay. Yeah, at least 5 months. So one can have a question, how is this possible? Is it so easy? I think we have been spending so much time. If it is, maybe we should enroll for this program really. Yeah, 5 months program. You have this diet, right? Weight loss programs. This is like, I don't know what we will lose. Life loss program. Life loss program. No. So Dhruva Maharaj attained in 5 months. The question will come: how is it possible? How could how could someone attain in such a short time? In this regard, the example of Katvanga Maharaj, yeah, King Katvanga is given. He attained, Maharaj Katvanga attained perfection in just 48 minutes. That's even crash course, huh? In 48 minutes, huh? Someone ready for this challenge for this Kartik? In 48 minutes, what he did? Because Katvanga Maharaj was so busy, he was serving the Devatas. Because, yeah, as I said, there is always fight between the demons and gods, and demons are unethical, so they used to harm more the Devatas. So Katvanga Muni was asked, come and serve. And when Katvanga Muni came, Maharaj Katvanga, the king said, Indra said, ask any benediction. And then he was told, king is saying, okay, by the way, what is that time in planet Earth? Yeah, after all these details, he said, okay, but tell me how much time I have before I die. He said, one muhurt. Only one muhurt is there that before you die. And then he said, okay, let me now completely absorb myself in self realization and let me reach perfection. That's it. Some may say, oh, he's very fortunate because he knows that's why he is prepared. I think we are also aware that one day or the other we may have to go through that, isn't it? But we are thinking, okay, oh, I think there is a good chance that I will live longer and longer. So, so in this way we can see Dhruva Maharaj. Oh, maybe we may think because he's child, very innocent, whatever Narad Muni said, he just followed. That's why perfection. What about others? We got a bit into youth folks. Huh? There is a youth gang here. What about them? There are prachetas. I think we are reading through that in Bhagavatam. The 10 sons of King Prachina Barhi, huh, as per the father's advice to marry, before that they went to the forest to do what? Tapasya. By the great providence, they came across Lord Shiva, who has instructed them Rudra Gita. After getting this instruction that by reciting daily this wonderful prayers, uh, which was given by Lord Brahma to Lord Shiva to Prachetas, and the Prachetas, they decided, yes, we will do it. And you know what? Where did they do the tapasya? In water. And for how long? 10,000 years. What a tapasya, isn't it? We're talking about Dhruva who's standing on one leg, and we're talking about the Prachetas, for 10,000 years. Can you imagine? We would just think, hey, what does that mean? They're supposed to get married, isn't it? And then they're going for tapasya. Huh? What will happen? Age bar, right? After they are back, will they get married? Huh? No. Youth also can do it. It's not like, okay. Maybe I think youth are very passionate. They can really do it. Huh? And then what happened to Prachetas in the end? Lord Vishnu appeared. Lord Vishnu appeared, blessed them. Okay, become successful in material sense. And after that, huh, You become perfect and enter spiritual world. Lord Vishnu blesses them. In fact, it is said, there is a nice shloka in that context. Griheshva avisatam chapi pumsam kushala karmanam mad varta yata yamanam na bandhaya graha mata. He says, those who are engaged in auspicious activities in devotional service, certainly situated, understand that the ultimate enjoyer or beneficiary of all activities is the Supreme Lord. Thus, when one acts, he offers the results to the Supreme Lord. Even though such a person may be participating in family life, he is not affected by results of his action. So, and in the end, what happened? Lord Vishnu appeared. He said, you know, huh? He says to Prachetas, my dear princess, by my mercy, you can enjoy all facilities of this world. Yeah, not only during Gen Z time, but also after that. Hmm? As well as the heavenly world. Not only this world, but heavenly world. Is that end? No. Indeed, you can enjoy all of them without hindrance and with full strength of 1 million celestial years. 1 million celestial years. Amazing. But what about after that? Lord is also saying, thereafter, you will develop unadulterated devotional service unto me and be freed from all material contamination. At that time, being completely unattached to material enjoyment in so called heavenly planets as well as hellish planets, you will return home back to Godhead. How was that possible? They took some austerity. It was not just uh, let the mercy flow. No, they also proved that, and that's why they got it. Okay, now we come, okay, kids over, youth over. Now, what about Grihastha stages? Now we talk about Maharaj Prithu. Huh? Maharaj Prithu, what he did? Tatrapi adabhya niyamo vaikhanasa susammate arabda ugra tapasi yatha swa vijaye pura. What happened is when Prithu Maharaj has retired from his household, then what he did is, as per the Vaikhanasa Susammate, means as per the Vanaprastha ashram, he has performed severe austerities. So much. Arabda Ugra Tapasi. Ugra means extreme. Yathasva Vijaye Pura. And then what happened? He engaged in these activities as seriously as he had formerly engaged in leading government and conquering everyone. Means retirement life. Na? Usually we say early retirement or vanaprasthashram. What we think, hey, now I'm retired. Come on, don't put too much pressure. No. Here Prithu Maharaj is saying, oh, just like how he was in full swing during his normal service time, in Vanaprastha also he was so austerious. And after retiring, it said, after retiring from family life, Maharaj Prithu strictly followed that. He engaged, and it is said in the purport. Anyway, um, we can understand. Of course, one may say, come on, Prithu Maharaj is anyway an expansion of Lord. He can do it. We are not. Come on, we are ordinary. Huh? Isn't it? There should be some, uh, there should be some, what do you call this? Privilege. There's some adjustment. Okay, that's okay. Now we can talk about Swayambhuva Manu. Swayambhuva Manu and Shatarupa. What they did? After Swayambhuva Manu has given his daughter Devahuti, Devahuti to Kardama Muni, and then what they did is they made their life perfect. They went to the forest. They did tapasya. In fact, When we went to Naimasharanya, yeah, there is a place where this Bhagavatam was uh, discoursed by Suta Goswami to Saunaka Adi Rishis. Uh, and that is also the same place where Shatarupa and Swayambhuva Manu has performed great tapasya. This tapasya was like for very long time. And you know for what? We want to do tapasya, but we want to have result now, right? After pleasing the Lord, what they asked is, we have a desire that may you become our son. Hmm? This is the desire that they expressed. And Lord blessed. And that's why in the Ram Leela, huh, Swayambhuva Manu is Dasharatha and Shatarupa is Kaushalya. Again, we can see the Lord doesn't keep anything for himself. If we render service, huh, tapasya is also a service, but of course, attracting the Lord. It's not just for getting some material benefit and etc. etc. No, the purpose of tapasya in all these examples are to attract the attention of the Lord. So, are we ready for tapasya? What kind of tapasyas do we go through? That is the small exercise that we will do now. We can maybe divide into small. How many are we? So we can make maybe 5 groups or 4 groups. And then the topic is, what are the tapasyas of our life that we discuss? Yeah. Huh? We give like 15 minutes time and then we will come back and share the tapasyas that we go through or tapasyas that we want to go through. The tapasya that we didn't manage to go through. Yes? It's clear? Interesting? Exciting? Let's begin. Hare Krishna. So you can make your own groups. Feel free. Satish Prabhu, it's okay. Mute it. I hope we had enough time to go through all the struggles that we are facing. Yeah, it's too more heavy right now. We need we need a working solution. We tried so many solutions, and somehow they are not, yeah, taking us where we want to be. So yeah, I think what next we would do is one from each team if they can share what are struggles. First, ladies. Okay. Yeah, you get the mic and you can speak in this so that this can be going as well. So please don't scare us. Be reasonable.
Um,
Okay, let's begin. So, what is the question?
so the
What are the tapasyas we have in our life?
yeah. So in our group we said sometimes it's japa,
You have to be louder.
louder. I can't hold both things. Okay, maybe like एक हाथ में microphone एक हाथ में yeah. Fine. Okay. Uh, so we are struggling with japa to and then waking up in Brahmmurat is sometimes a problem that we face. Being consistent regarding any even louder. Is it better now? Okay, so I'm starting again. So japa is one struggle,
Yes, struggle.
chanting and then waking up in Brahmmurat,
Okay.
being generally consistent,
Okay.
maintaining association.
Okay.
Um, yeah, how to balance material life and spiritual life sometimes. Like some are living in a family or having kids, and how to maintain all of the aspects.
You are speaking for everyone, right?
Yes, I'm summarizing all the points, so I wrote them all down. Then how to follow or fulfill Guru Maharaj's instructions. Rupa Mataji has the struggle of taking care of the whole family or the congregation, how to basically fulfill that task. And then sometimes from Atikeli Mataji said, listening to lectures or generally for me, I mean, it could be also definitely be for me. So what I'm struggling with is reading Prabhupada's books. I started reading them last week, but yeah, I'm not very consistent with that. Sorry, Mataji, I did not mean it that way. It's obviously. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyone else who wants to?
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep adding. Yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna. So we listed down some problems. We think it's difficult. Some of them are like we are following. Some of them are still need to overcome. So eating only Krishna Prasad, especially during the travels and business trips. No gambling, no meat eating, no intoxication. They are like tapasya in general life. And yeah, brahmachari until 25 years. It's also like a tapasya in the current circumstances, especially for the students who are not staying with parents. Then regulated sex life in grahastha life. How to stay stable in all situations. and then strictly following Ekadashi. In general, not overeating. So yeah, regulated diet. So Jai. And not oversleeping or getting up before Brahma Muhurta, controlling the tongue, what we eat, what we talk, yeah, avoid prajalpas, and not watching TV and cinema which are nonsensical, and controlling the mind.
Controlling the mind. Yeah.
So, big list.
Very much ready to play basketball.
Be careful. Don't hurt yourself. I don't know why I got this idea to ask. Now I'm thinking, why should I have asked her? And the problems are resonating, right? Huh? The same problem with japa, the same problem with hearing to Prabhupada, the same problems, food. My God, uh, gastronomy is advancing rapidly, right? There's so many new varieties, new recipes. How to let's make everything prasadam, then it's okay. Huh? I don't know whether Krishna likes or not. I like it, so let's make it. What were other things? Yeah, struggle at work. No one said struggling with materialistic people. Huh? I think it's very comfortable. Huh? Uh-huh. That covers struggles of brahmachari. In fact, what is the solution? It's nice to know all the problems. I think to some extent we also know the solution. What is the solution? Become more determined. Yeah, become more determined, which also means determined not to go away from Krishna, but determined to go closer to Krishna. So when we just connect all the so far dots, we can see that we were talking about the need of a guru. A guru is one who is helping us to basically, yeah, so to say, solve our problems. And it's not that he is going to do everything for us, that he is going to do japa 24 by 7 so that my devotees, my disciples, they will be very peaceful. That will never happen. The more he gets busy solving our problems, the more busy we are to enjoy the world. No. So just like Krishna didn't resolve to fight in the battlefield, he still said, Arjuna, this is all what you have to do. Now it's up to you. So, Guru is giving a vision, Guru is helping us with some practical tips. But when we apply that, then only we can see the result, isn't it? When Guru is telling, wake up early, then we say, yeah, yeah, but why is that not happening? Next month again we go to Guru and say, Maharaj, it's not working, I can't get up. And Maharaj is saying, but are you going early to bed? Ah, okay. I'm not doing that. Yeah, if we go early to bed, then there is a chance that we can wake up early. Okay. That is the problem. So Guru is telling exactly what is the solution. Hmm? Guru is guiding, there is no problem there. The problem is for us that we are not able to embrace this tapasya in our life. We still want all the so called priorities. Hmm? We may say, hey, okay, after all, if I would have joined Krishna consciousness before marriage, oh, I wouldn't have all these problems. But just now we heard the problems of bachelors, right? Huh? The bachelors have their problems. Huh? So it's not like, okay, we made a mistake. Huh? We are happy. The problem is not in which ashram we are. The problem is not that mm, difficult to understand. The problem is in us because now we have solutions all around, right? If you turn, everyone can give you wonderful solutions. There is what you call AI, technology, and so many things. You just ask. Nowadays, I keep hearing from some people, they stopped contacting or discussing. Why? Because you know what? All the solutions they have from the AI. It is even telling what the doctor should do for him. Huh? And the doctor is surprised. Why is my AI not showing this solution? Yeah. He will have his own praxis with AI. No, he can't do. So people, I mean, though there are so many sources, but the problem is a change from within, a transformation that has to happen from within. If you remember, the olden days of the pure bliss times was Parivartan. The group was called Parivartan. Parivartan means transformation. And the transformation usually we see it should happen from outside. If it goes on, then you have to go outside. Huh? So the transformation usually we are expecting it should happen from outside. Maybe tomorrow things will be better that I can wake up early, chant early, and that tomorrow never comes or that tomorrow never dies. It keeps happening. We keep asking for such a tomorrow, that wonderful day. Oh, maybe that day comes after my marriage. A bachelor may think like that. We have seen it. It doesn't come. The more and more we are growing, the more and more we are progressing, the more and more we get entangled because we are not understanding the secret of how to navigate through the struggle in this world. Jai Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ki.
Yeah.
See, kids have different problem. Hmm? Their tapasya is to follow parents. Yeah. And our tapasya, no one said we have to follow them.
Because the topic was about spirituality and
Ah, okay, okay. In Bhagavad Gita, we come across Krishna is saying about tapasya. And in ISKCON, we usually say, or in Vaishnava community, usually we encourage that tapasya is secondary, bhakti is first. As we engage ourselves in bhakti, When we perform devotional service, even if it is about eating that delightful dessert that I really like, but offer it to Krishna with, of course, love and affection, with devotion to the Lord, then we are already on track. We are already on track because we are touched by the mercy of the Lord. So the secret for the struggle against this austerity is that we should embrace, we should get the taste. Just like how we really like to do that extra bit when something we really like. Oh, it doesn't matter. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Ah, it's okay. I really want to be there. We are ready to do that. So when we have this ruchi, when we have this asakti, then we are ready to take any kind of austerities in our life. But we don't want to take austerities like only that pleases us. We want to take austerity. Sometimes people take austerities. You know what? I'm going to save money so that I can have a very luxurious house or luxurious car or luxurious that this. We just save because we have that dream, and that's why it's called prayasa. Over endeavoring for something that's not needed. After all, we have limited time, we have limited resources. The same one person has to do 100 things, isn't it? Every day, right? From morning, as soon as we get up, what comes up? We are never idle, right? We are always busy, busy. And that can continue as long as we do not understand that what is the real purpose of life. It is said the human form is very rare. When we understand the rarity of the human form of life, this is what Rishabhadev has told to his sons. Hey, my sons, I'm now going to, yeah, leave you all. The whole kingdom is for you. But guys, don't enjoy the kingdom. Just serve as a servants. Just do it as a duty. Don't get entangled anywhere. So, the secret of successful tapasya is to understand what is that minimum that we need, which means time to time assess, is it really needed? Maybe for a short term we need, but maybe for long term, do we really need? This is what we do also in a corporate world, isn't it? We just put all priorities together, though we like or don't like, whether our managers appreciate what we do or not. If the managers want us to do this, we do it, isn't it? Whatever comes, comes. But when we do not appreciate the role of Guru in our life, what can happen is there is no such accountability. In a company, there is a manager whom we are responsible, isn't it? We are responsible to someone who is hmm, asking us something, checking us, are we doing well or not? In our life, also, we need such. Otherwise, this rare opportunity of this life we are just misusing. We need such a, yeah, again, going back to the step one, grace of Guru. It's not only grace of Guru, here we are talking about something that we need to be supported. We can't fight this battle alone. How many of us struggled and failed working out all alone? Hmm? What is the chance that we can win if we are together? Hmm? What is the chance? Very high. Very high. If you say, hey, okay, Prabhuji, from tomorrow I'm going to chant 2 rounds, and then what happens? And then you keep telling, okay, I'm doing. Yeah, when you don't do, then you say, hey, okay, by the way, what happened, Rutvik? Oh, is chanting going fine? And then, okay, there's someone who is asking, I should chant. Then we can chant. And when we all have consistently said, Morning japa is a struggle. Until we get a taste of japa doing in the morning, we will not do it. Until we know what it is to do japa early in the morning, which is very, very fresh, the mind is clear, fully focused, and very powerful. We can even not only experience at that time, we can also see how the day goes. Then we say, okay, it really makes sense. Really, we want to do it. Yes, why not? Again, how can we crack this? There's a yesterday I came across a word called assedio. Assedio means one who is lazy, especially in religious matters. I don't know why it came. You have this not dictionaries word of the day. It came and perfectly suited for the time. Assedio is people who are. I was thinking Assedio is something cool, right? Something motivational. I just read it and then we need motivation. We need support. Yeah, and it need not be always guru. Yeah, because yeah, guru might be very busy. We can't always ask guru, can you please track my sadhana? He says, hey, I can tell what you should be doing. I can help you. But I think you need to have a system. You need to have your own setup such a way that you can be supported how you want to grow. So when we say first thing is to have the blessing of guru in our life, the second one is having association. To overcome all the challenges of our mind, body, intelligence. Sometimes we are also very intelligent, isn't it? Huh? Some are super intelligent. What we do is with our intelligence, we start thinking, what is this? Tat tat karma. What we do is we may go into niyamagraha. Now, when we know something, after all, we need to use it, right? We may use it for good or we may use it for bad. Niyamagraha is of two types. One is that you know the Shastras and you use the Shastras to not perform devotional service. That is intelligence. Huh? So we should be very, very careful when we want to really, if we are determined to go back home, back to Godhead in this life, there is no option except taking austerity. What is austerity? Is to struggle. Is to struggle. Huh? You may think, to struggle against what we really want. We want some comfort. No, let's become little ready. After all, how long can we be like that? In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying in the sixth chapter, the last verse, it is that uh, it is saying yogas is bhakti yoga, and best of all tapasya is to sacrifice for the pleasure of the Lord. Have you ever thought that Lord will be pleased with our austerity? Of course, one philosophy says, hey, Lord is not interested in our austerity, Lord is interested in our devotion. But to engage in devotion, we need to sacrifice something. That's what it means. So it is not just austerity in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. It is austerity in the mode of pure goodness. Means one is ready to take pain for the pleasure of Krishna. For the pleasure of Krishna, I am ready to take the pain. And of course, why are we discussing this in the context of 8th canto, 16th chapter? Here is Mother Atidi has taken such a rigorous austerity to please the Lord so that the Lord was pleased and he appeared. So when we have so much examples, so many examples, what we just have to do is we have to become more strict, serious, and perform our austerities. Then the struggles what we have, I wouldn't say they disappear. The struggles are there because otherwise we may go into a comfort zone. Yeah. Just imagine when there is no problem, what are we going to do? Are we going to chant? Huh? Maybe Parminder Mataji may do it. When there is no problem, we just take the opportunity and enjoy, isn't it? No? So that's why let's not think about, oh, all these problems are there and that's why I'm not chanting, that's why I'm not doing bhakti. These problems are there for a purpose. The purpose is that we become more strict. We don't want to postpone. We don't want to delay our advancement in Krishna consciousness. Just like how Mother Atidi has performed that vrata. Our vratas are very simple. What is that? No meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. Wow. As we were saying, this itself is a big struggle. Yes, but we are not alone. We are not alone. Krishna is with us. And when we want to do this so that we can change for good, we can connect back to the Lord, then the Lord definitely blesses. It is said, tapasya means austerity or penance. There are many rules and regulations in the Vedas which apply here, like raising early in the morning and taking bath. That itself is a big austerity. Sometimes it is very troublesome to raise early in the morning, but whatever voluntary trouble one may suffer in this way is called penance. Similarly, there are prescriptions for fasting on certain days of the month. One may not be inclined to practice such fasting, but because of his determination to make advancement in science of Krishna consciousness, he should accept such bodily troubles when they are recommended. However, one should not fast unnecessarily or against Vedic injunctions. One should not fast for some political purpose, just austerities for some to show that I am that or to win something. No, that's not encouraged. Tapasya or austerity is especially meant for retired life. Huh? It doesn't mean that tapasya is not needed for other ashramas. But if one is taking up retired life, then tapasya is must, which means simple living, not depending too much. Tapasya, a man retired from household life must practice austerity of body, mind, and tongue. In Bhagavad Gita, there is this mention. If there are restrictions, rules, and regulations, people will not be attracted. Therefore, those who want followers in the name of religion, just to have a show only, don't restrict the lives of their students, nor their own lives. But that method is not approved by Vedas. So if we think that we come to Krishna consciousness and then bhakti is enough and austerity is not required, we can see Krishna's teachings are clearly telling that tapasya is needed. Tapasya is needed so that we can practice our devotional life properly. Rather, if we take tapasya but not practice devotional life, and it's not helpful. Hmm? In fact, here, this in the 17th chapter, we recently read there are three kinds of tapasyas. Hmm? Shraddhaya paraya tapta tapastat trividham naraihi. So there are three kinds. And what is coming under sattvika? Parichakshate is the threefold austerity performed with transcendental faith by men, not expecting material benefits but engaged only for the sake of the Supreme, is called austerity in goodness. Which means, what does it translate to? Selfless service to the Supreme Lord. that is appreciated by the Lord. And when the Lord appreciates that, He facilitates us to practice bhakti in more easier way. But rather, if we want more than that, life become more complicated, and then everything becomes tapasya. In fact, we should understand that tapasya is needed for our advancement, and then only we can really win our mind. Otherwise, our mind always keeps pushing, saying, "Hey, by the way, come on, it's too much. Today you can sleep, tomorrow you can get up. Huh? It's okay. Who is seeing? Anyway, I'm finishing my rounds. Huh? Somehow we are meeting the end, right? Somehow we are managing our duties. Somehow we are able to, and then we are saying, okay, that's fine. For rapid advancement, it is recommended that one engages in devotion, huh, with consideration of this, and for support, a community is needed. A community of devotees who can come together and then inspire each other for advancement. Yeah, I would stop here so that in case there any questions we can take up. But yeah, so what is the second step? Too many steps, huh? Which one is your favorite, huh? Yes. Krishna consciousness is all about relations. Why? Because Krishna is also about relationship. We have relation to Krishna, we have relation to Krishna's devotees. Krishna supports, Krishna is sending his representative. At the same time, Krishna is also in Manmana Bhava Madbhakta Madhyajimam Namaskurum. Majjita Madgada Prana Bodhayanta Parasparam. So Krishna is encouraging a strong, vibrant community, a community where devotees can thrive. And thriving means what? To help each other to advance. So the second step to spiritual success is to overcome our problems. We need a support system. Guru blesses us with a vision, Guru blesses us with the strength, and we cannot still manage all alone. We need still support, and that's where the community comes in play. Hare Krishna. Any thoughts or questions? Yeah, I think you have solution to all your problems now.
Step two, you said is about relationships. And in the morning, we spoke about the importance of Guru. And towards the end of the class, we spoke about association. So, step two is essentially having the right relationships.
Yeah, this relationship is the basis of an association. Association, it's not a group of people coming. It's not like, okay, with no like-mindedness or with no like goal or common goal. It's not an association. Association is built on relations, and a community can be, from a community a congregation can come out, and that congregation is based on relations. A community is, for example, Abentoyer, the whole area is a community of people anyway. Whether they come to ISKCON or come to temple every day or serving as full time, no, still there is a community. Congregation is one who is coming together, celebrating religious programs together. That is a congregation. Yeah, so a congregation can help to be together, to support each other. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. Then we see us. We have Arati now, 6 o'clock. Okay, okay. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। हिताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। Huh? I think we have an hour.